Hi guys, today we're going to be curling a synthetic wig. So I wanted to come on here today with you guys and I wanted to show you how to curl a synthetic wig. This is a straight wig. She actually was curly originally when I got her and I straightened her. So I know she can take heat and she does well being straightened. So I figured she was a good candidate to test out curling a wig. So curling synthetic wigs is notoriously known for being very difficult, very finicky, because you have to apply enough heat for a long enough period of time to get the curl to hold without melting the fibers of the synthetic wig. So it's a very tricky balance and it's kind of a dance. So I've tried a couple different methods. I tried curling wands and I just didn't get the results that I wanted without really kind of damaging the hair. And then I decided I was gonna try hot curlers. So the cool thing about hot curlers is essentially what it's gonna do for us is it's going to be a nice warm temperature to start with, and it's gonna slowly cool down and hold the hair in place on the curler so that the hair cools down with the curler and essentially leaves the curl intact. So in theory, I was like, oh, this should work. Let's try this out. And I did do it with a previous wig of mine. So I have some before and after pictures that my lovely cameraman can enter in here, but I did the same thing with her. She just kind of had some really dull flat curls and I used the curlers just to test it out and curled her and it worked really well. So my plan for you guys is to show you how to do this, and I want to do it on a straight wig so we can really see how well it holds up and how well it works. What you're going to need to accomplish this are a few things. So you want to have something to pin or put up your hair. Usually I do have like little alligator clips that I use for doing this. So for the purposes of this video, I'm using some hair scrunchies just to section off the hair. You also want to have your wig comb here. I get this off Amazon, super cheap. I think it's like $6 for this and another comb. I can go ahead and link it down there for you guys so you can check it out. But this is a wig comb and it works so much better than using any regular comb that you have in your house. And then you're gonna want to have some type of dry conditioner. So this is the Amica brand, which is a little bit more of a pricier brand of dry conditioner. This is like Pantene has dry conditioner. I use the waterless dry conditioner all the time. So any of these are fine, whatever your preference is. You want to have a dry conditioner. We're going to be using this to kind of help protect the hair when we go to put the curlers on. This is a personal preference. You don't have to do this, but I like to have some type of dry type of texture spray just so I can help kind of style the curls once I'm done taking all the curlers out and just kind of messing with the hair and styling it. I'm gonna use this because it's gonna help keep that style going without adding too much weight of product. Because you have to also keep in mind that anything you're putting on these synthetic wigs, they are not absorbing things like normal hair would. It's just sitting on the wig. So you wanna make sure you're not using anything that has too many oils or things like that because your hair is just gonna look stringy and greasy. The last thing you're gonna wanna have is you're gonna wanna have some curlers. So these curlers right here are super cheap. I think they're like $15 on Amazon. And you just literally plug them in and they warm up on their own. So I went with these just because they were inexpensive. The only thing I will say is I wish that I had 3 of these total, just because it does take me 2 to 3 times of using these on a wig to get it fully curled. So I have to wait for the curlers to cool down and then start the process all over again on the next section of hair. So if I had a larger quantity, or like I said, I'm gonna buy probably just 2 more of these because they weren't that expensive. So like total of like $50, you could have, you know, enough to do a whole head, or they do make larger ones that have more in them. I just really wasn't looking to spend that kind of money just to test it out. So I got this and just realized I need a lot more. So my recommendation is make sure you have more than this because I need about 2 to 3 times the amount that I have here. But this is what you want to have, something like this. I like these two because they are in 2 different sizes, so it's going to give us some different sizes and dimensions of the curls, so they're not all going to be exactly the same. All right, so we have those plugged in and warming up. We're going to go ahead and section off the hair now. And what I like to do is section this into 3 parts. So I'm going to section off the bottom part here, and you can always pull some more hair down if you feel like you have more curlers left and you still need some more hair, you can always pull more hair down, but I always usually do the bottom half as one section, and then I'm gonna split this hair in half and do section and sections. The other thing too is just make sure you have your wig secured to your wig head that you're using. That's another thing you really kind of need if you're gonna be styling your wigs. This doesn't have to be perfect. If you wanna be perfect about it, you can follow the wefts here to make a straight line. So this probably is gonna be a 2 round instead of a 3. The longer one that I did, obviously I had to part it into smaller sections because it was a lot more hair. I'm just gonna be reaching down here to grab these off camera, but I'm gonna go ahead and start with these larger. Actually, you know what? For the bottom, I'm gonna go ahead and start with smaller, and I'm just gonna kind of rotate these so that they're different. And these are very hot, so be careful. Or if you have a glove, which I have, and I'm gonna grab. So if you have a glove, like a heat safe glove, I have this for my, I know I feel official, my curling wand. That way my hands don't get fried, because I was burning the crap out of my fingers when I was doing this on my other wig. That was the only downside. I was like, oh, it's hot. They do make ones that have like better places to hold, but like I said, these were like $14 or something. So you also want to make sure you give this hair a really good brush through, but I like to spray the hair down a little bit before I wrap it, just because this is going to help protect the hair a little bit. A little recommendation too, if you're worried about your hair and how well it can hold up to the heat, you can always take a spray bottle and spray the hair down with a little bit of water so that it's damp, and that will help protect the hair also. That way it's more of a steamed heat instead of a straightforward heat on the hair, and that will also help protect it. So now that we have all of these on, we're gonna let her sit. I usually let them sit for about 45 minutes to an hour so that these curlers can cool down completely. That way I know the hair is cooled down completely, and then we're gonna take them out, and then I would let them re-warm up and then do the rest of the head. So we're gonna go ahead and go through that process, and I'm gonna continue to do the rest of the wig until the wig is done, and then we will come back and I will show you what she looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna take the last round of curls. I've gotten her curled everywhere here, and I had to do this back section. I had a couple extra curlers, so I went back into a couple curls on her that I felt like needed a little bit more. So I'm just gonna take these out now so you guys can see. So it's just like a spiral curl. Don't lose your little pins. So it's just a nice ringlet kind of curl here. And we're gonna brush it out so it's not gonna look so crazy, but she's looking a lot more like she did when I first got her, actually. She had similar curls like this. And so the hair now is like completely room temperature. So I really let them cool completely down before I remove them. And I think that makes a big difference. A, it seems to cause the least amount of damage to the hair. And B, it seems to get a really nice tight curl. First time there was a couple, I just didn't get them tight enough. And it just didn't look right. So, and then we're just brushing these curls out to give them, so they're not, you know, ringlets, but they actually blend in with the rest of the hair. And then like if you're looking through and you see that there might be one place where maybe you need to redo a curl, you can do that here. I might fix that one right there. You can kind of play with it until it gets, you know, exactly the way you want it to look, but I think she looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and put her on too so you guys can just kind of see what she looks like on with the curls now. A different kind of curl than the original Megan, but she's gonna look really nice too. Like you can now pin half of her up, and she has these nice curls through her. There's a lot you could do with her. So I'll go ahead and put her on so you guys can see what she looks like. Just give me 1 second here. Ah! Okay, so this is her on. I would probably go through and just maybe tame her down a little bit, and you can do that. Style her however you want, but she's got nice, really nice, bouncy, voluminous curls. I think she looks really good. I could part her to the side. I'm not going to because I don't want to mess her up right now. But yeah, you can do a lot with her, especially if you glue her down. But I really like it. It's nice. I liked her straight, and I could always straighten her again. But I do like the curls. I think it's a lot more fun, and she's now ready to wear. If you guys like this video, don't forget to give me a like. I'd really appreciate it. If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell too so you get notifications on any videos I post in the future. Every Wednesday is Wig Wednesday, so if you come back next Wednesday, we'll have another wig video for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one.